bad. So then the real question is like, how do you find people who are willing to use a bad product, right? They have to be the most desperate. The most desperate. And so a lot of times when I talk to founders, I really push them towards who are the most desperate customers and how do you talk to them first? That's what I define as easy, desperate. If you're having like if you're trying to sell a simple piece of software to someone, $1,000 a month, and you're engaged in a 6-month conversation with a company, that's not a desperate company. Move on. In fact, when you're doing enterprise sales early as a startup, like you're looking for even more desperate customers just because literally it takes so long to sell them. So if you don't feel like you're dealing with desperate people, if you feel like you are trying to get impressive customers who aren't desperate, you're probably doing it wrong. Literally, the number one thing I often tell founders is just like, whose business is going to go out of business without using you? Which people out there are not going to be able to get to work or to watch their kids? Like, how do you find the people who are just literally are screaming for something like this? And then how do you talk to them and not talk to your friends? I had a whole bunch of friends who were using SocialCam, right? My company was doing video for sharing with friends, and they weren't really using it. They were using it because it was like my app and they were friends with me. I literally had one friend who was like super honest about this, Steve, the CEO of Reddit. When we sold SocialCam, he literally said, "Thank God, now I can delete this app from my phone." So the perfect definition of someone you should not be trying to get product feedback from, right?